Policy says don't come in through the employee entrance. I'm going to need for you to come in through the VIP entrance, right? What's wrong with that? You know what I'm saying? And this is in regards to the whole Spike. Okay, Spike Lee, nobody told you that. I'm telling you now. As the owner, like I came down and stepped down to come over and tell you as the owner of this building, don't come in through the employee entrance. I don't understand, like, and then you're going to go through this big tirade and nobody told me, it's like, what's up with y'all niggas, man? What's up with and I think that it's because people, people get money, man. They never got a chance to experience corporate and understanding policy and procedures. Yeah, they let you do it. Yeah, you were given that privilege. It's not your right to come in through the employee entrance. You're not an employee. It was a privilege. It wasn't a right. So today, I'm gonna tell you what probably happened. Somebody probably complained. This is what happens in corporate. You know what I'm saying? Somebody complained about it. It ain't like how you was carrying yourself. They saw that. They was like, hey, this guy's coming in through the employee entrance. That's not right. This is for employees only, to the garden. You know what I'm saying? You're going through the VIP. What's wrong with coming in through the VIP? But because you think you more than what you are, this somebody else's house. That's just like you telling me, I'd say, hey man, you coming through the front door. You know what I'm saying? When you come in. And then the wife says, or the girlfriend says, hey, I don't want Charles coming in through the front door. Just have him come in through the side entrance. And then I tell you, hey man, coming through the side entrance, and then you're gonna say, hey, you gonna give me a tirade. This my house. I pay the bills here. It's a privilege for you to come into my house, not your right. So I don't really understand what the problem is. Like I'm trying to wrap my mind around it because that's what I do, right? I'm trying to wrap my mind around it. It's policy. It's policy. What if they say, hey, okay, I tell you what. You keep your money, and we just gonna restrict you from coming. Now the whole world will blow. Now everybody will think I did you wrong. When I sat there and I told you face to face as the owner, it don't matter if nobody told you. I'm telling you now. Do not come through the employee's entrance. Go through the VIP like all the other big time stars. Denzel, go through that. What make you so special? Just because you clap your hand and you run around and do flips all on the floor and act crazy and talk shit for years. That don't get you, that don't make you special. With Denzel, that he bigger than you. Woody Allen bigger than you. All these other stars bigger than you. And it's not a problem. They coming through the VIP section. Okay, you was given a certain privilege. We taking that away right now because people are complaining about you coming in through the employee section. Through the employee entrance. So what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Why you got to cause a scene? Who do you think you are? And then you're going to go on First Take and say that, yeah, because when I was coming up, this is Brooklyn. When I was coming up, we used to sneak into the garden. Now you're telling me that you stole from me. You're not saying that Dolan was the owner at that time, but now you're telling me you stole from me, right? You used to sneak into the garden. Now now we're not in a good place. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is comply, man. All you gotta do is comply to my shit, to my house. And the policy says, and it's probably written up, it's right there. The policy is right in front of you. Employees only. You know what I'm saying? I know Steve stuck up for him, but Steve, what would you do if ESPN told you, hey, Steve, we want you and everybody else to come around the side entrance. We got another entrance we want y'all to do, and we're going to use this entrance for something else. What you going to do? You going to go off? You going to give a tirade? You know what I'm saying? Even if we haven't told you yet, maybe you didn't get the memo, okay. Maybe nobody told you, okay, but I'm telling you now. I'm telling you at the door. You see what I'm saying? Now what Dolan could have done, what they could have done was say, hey, once they radioed out that this dude was acting ridiculous and he's saying take me to jail and all this for my man Charles Oakley, take me to jail, they could have radioed, they say, hey, I tell you what, just let him in through this time, you know what I'm saying, and then we'll talk to him. And they said that's what Dolan did. He came up to him while he was sitting there and he talked to him and he told him. That's what they said. They had a conversation about it in the game. I think they went on and let him through. He bogarted his way through, and the owner talked to him. I don't know what happened, but I know what policy is, and I know that if I don't own the place, then you gotta adhere to policy. That's all across the fucking world. You lucky they didn't duff you out. And they probably would have, but they knew it's a damn Spike Lee. Damn, I want to duff him out. Just to show him that he ain't nobody. He ain't nobody. And Spike Lee was like, I spent $10 million. Man, that ain't shit to the Caucasian. See, that's the thing. You Negroes get a little bit of money. Some people, not just black people, some people get a little bit of money. You think that, man, white people are past money. They already past that. They beyond that. They power. They've already conquered money. So you talking about I spent $10 million, they laughing. $10 million? What are you talking about? Like, we're dealing with power. We're dealing with controlling people's lives. It's not even about money no more. Even with white people that don't have a lot of money, they're still beyond money. It seems like it has propagated down to even those who don't have money. And then black folks, we get a little bit of money. We think we think we on top of the world and we get to run other people's shit that we don't own. We think we have the right just because we got the money. We haven't conquered money yet. We haven't gotten into the power yet. We don't know what power is. We think money is power. Money is not power. Not like that. You know what I'm saying? Money is not power. You can have power over people and you ain't even got no money. If you got a good talk game, you can have power over people. You bring them into the auditorium and then you give them the power of speech and they'll give you all their money. Or they'll do what you tell them to do. That's power. You know what I'm saying? Influence, persuasion. That's what power is. Money is money, man. You know what I'm saying? Money is money. So let me tell you something, man. You got dentists in New York that can pay that. What you paying Spike Lee? Plastic surgery, they be like, how much you pay? 10 million. Okay, I'm a dentist. I don't like, several practices or whatever, I'll just pay that up for like 3 years. Like, they don't. And then I'll donate that to the Boys and Girls Club each year. Each year I'll have a different boy or a different girl come and sit on the front row. It's not that important. And you think because you from New York, you think that because you run around and doing cartwheels and with the you're a wild and crazy guy for the Knicks, that nobody don't give a shit about. Nobody cares about that. You know what I'm saying? To you really cooning, you know what I'm saying? And they just allowing you to be a coon. You know what I'm saying? They're allowing you, I ain't gonna call you a coon, but it is a coon. You cooning kind of, because you doing it for, you come across as if you doing it for attention. You see what I'm saying? You coming across that way, but you might be a wild and crazy guy for the Knicks. That's neither here or there. I can't call that. You see what I'm saying? And you can have all the fun you want, man. That's what life is about, having fun, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but then there's rules and regulations and laws. You know what I'm saying? You're not above the law, man. You're not above policy. And that was something that I wanted to talk about anyway, about black people, us, me, us, all of us. We are lawless people. We buck against the law. We have been taught to buck against the system. And you have to when your hand called for it. You see what I'm saying? But then there are laws that do exist. There are universal laws that do exist, and there are consequences for those universal laws, you know what I'm saying, that supersede man-made laws. Then there are man-made laws that's supposed to plug in to universal laws, you know, about killing and stealing, the things that you can get karma back from. You know what I'm saying? You can get universal karma, and then you can get the karma back. You're going to get locked up. So you got universal laws, and then you got man-made laws, the laws of the land, which we need, because if we didn't have laws of the land, motherfuckers would be running around hitting each other over the head and robbing and stealing, acting crazy. We need to lock you up. If you can't be civilized, you need to be locked up. If you can't act civilized, if you can't follow rules and regulations, you know what I'm saying? We know that power is abused at times, but for the most part, it's spot on. It's spot on. You know what I'm saying? Then there are consequences for that. And we have to, okay, the system exists, man. You're not going to change the system. There are some issues with the system. You have to learn how to move about within the system to get out of the system what you want, because there's a treasure trove of things that you can get out the system. There's money, there's anything, there's even power in the system, but you gotta work within the system to get it. That's the trick. Now, if you want to buck the system and you don't want to come through, the sign says employees only. And we changed it, and we said, yo, you need to follow the rules and regulations now. If you don't want to do that, then if you don't want to follow that system, then you can't get what's within the system, which is what you like to do, come to the games and enjoy yourself. I just don't understand, man. We have to, and I should be the same way, but we have to grow, man. We have to grow, and we have to have understanding. You got to get some wisdom. Come on, Spike Lee. You a seasoned man. You a seasoned man. You about, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say age and nothing like that. You're a seasoned man. You're a connoisseur. You're supposed to be, at this point in your life, you're supposed to be a connoisseur of the game. You see what I'm saying? You see the kids looking at you. No one told me. No one told me. You know what I'm saying? Doing it went viral. You want to go viral. You see what I'm saying? You clout chasing. Cause a seasoned man wouldn't do that, man. You know what I'm saying? A seasoned man would be like, hey, no one told me. Hey, is there any way that this time I can just go through? Maybe I can talk to Mr. Dolan. You know what I'm saying? No one told me that. Is there any way just for this game? And then next time I will go ahead and use the other VIP entrance. You know what I'm saying? I'll do that. If they say no and they want to be stern, then it's like, well, okay, I'll tell you what, I'll go out and go in through the VIP, but I just want to make sure that I'm able to get in. You know what I'm saying? Because my card has already been stamped, you know, and work that out, man, and then do that, man, and come in and enjoy the game, man, and come through the VIP just like the other stars, man. It's like Denzel and Woody Allen and all these other stars who love the New York Knicks just as much as you do. These are seasoned people, man. And it just leads me to believe, man, because I think you know better. I think you know better. You see what I'm saying? I think you was clout chasing. I think you went viral with it wasn't that serious. It wasn't that serious. They could have locked you up for that. You know why? Because it says right there, employees only. And it's in policy. The white man got his shit tight. The white man got his shit tight. You Negroes ain't got your shit tight. When they got the sign there, trust me, it's also written in policy. And the things that will happen to you if you don't do that. It's illegal. And you could be arrested or detained. Shit like that is written up. So then when you want to go down, you say, well, I want to know what my rights. You ain't got no rights. It's somebody else's house. So that's it, man. I don't understand, man. And I think a lot of times, man, with people, they get, you know, money real fast and they never had a job. Like some dudes be saying, I ain't never had a job. bragging. I ain't never had a job. Really? Okay, all right. You never had a job, but then, okay, that's fine. But the thing about it, the good thing about having a job, you understand corporate. You understand how to govern yourself in business. Whether you understand how to run a business. You see what I'm saying? Like all these people who get in businesses who don't know how to run, they don't understand customer service. They don't know how to smooth over a situation. You're not seasoned. You're not a seasoned people, man. Black people, you need to start moving towards being a seasoned people. You've been here for too long. 500, going on 500 years, you still don't get it? You still don't know how to move about the system? You still don't move about the country? 4 dudes in a car with bandanas on their head, and you wonder why you getting pulled over, racial profiling? Yeah, I'm gonna pull you over, man. Why don't y'all just split up, man? Learn how to move about the system. Don't go 4 deep. Wear a collar shirt, man. You know what I'm saying? I know it's uncomfortable for you. Wear a collar shirt. Y'all go by yourself. Drive, move, act as if you belong. Act as if you belong, man. So work on being a seasoned. I had to do it. I'm from the gutter of the gutter. From the crack, so much crack you can hardly swallow. I'm talking about so much coke you can hardly swallow, man. I'm talking about all the coke. That's everybody coming from all about the city to come where I live for the drugs. I'm talking about I come from that. I'm on the tarmac. I'm on the runway of being unsuccessful. You're on the runway, sitting on the runway on the tarmac, and then jail is right at the, you take off and you go to jail. Right? That's I came up on that. And so, of course, some of that rubbed off on me, but I had to learn how to move about the system, man. Nobody told me this. I had to learn this. I had to learn, man. You know what I'm saying? To move about the system, because I used to buck the system. You see? You can't buck a system. You can't change. It hasn't worked yet. You see what I'm saying? It hasn't worked yet. So I tell you what, I'm not going to spend the entirety of my life trying to buck the system when I can learn how to move about the system, man. And this was the thing for Spike Lee, man. Spike Lee, man, I ain't gonna say you too. I'm just saying I ain't gonna say you too old, cause you got dudes, you got people walking around now 56 years old, 70 years old, still ain't learned. So age ain't nothing. It's true, age ain't nothing but a number. Oh man, I need to turn here. I already see the okie doke. They're gonna try to pull me over because I'm in the nah, that's not gonna work, bruv. That's not gonna work. Let me get off this horn.